And I'm back just like that. Like the chiropractor. Anyway, I am back live. Yeah, I had to just get that out. Like, I was reading straight from my notebook. And, like, as I started reading, like, I realized I wanted to just, like, read the whole thing first or whatever. And it sounded really, like, dramatic, poetic. Hey, Papa Bodega again. I didn't say hi to you in the last live, but I'm saying hi now. But anyway, so yeah, so I just have to get that off or whatever to read. But yeah, so I'm hopping in to interpret these cards a little more. So yeah, so pretty much like, this lunar eclipse and Sag energy, like I've been feeling it like man, I've been feeling it. Hey, but yeah, it's been crazy. Like I'm a Sag sun, so I feel like it's just that alone has been, you know, um, just affecting me in a certain way. But anyway, everything is just like super expansive. Then we got Jupiter in Pisces. It's at home, so that's just like everything is just like changing. Like it's just like open, it's just like free game. Like everything is just like it's open, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to everything. Like that's just been, and I feel like we're kind of like pushed in that, not kind of pushed in that position, but we're just in that position of just like you have no choice, you know what I'm saying? You literally have no choice. I feel like we're more aware, like everybody is just like, so let me just read these cards. So I pulled the Empress card. That was the first card I pulled. And first of all, Piscean energy is feminine, so with Jupiter being in Pisces, it's just like I was just saying the other day, like, man, like I really feel the feminine energy like on Earth, and it's just like it's chaotic. Feminine energy is chaotic. It's dark or whatever, and Pisces is the dark side of Jupiter. I believe. So it's just, but it doesn't mean it's bad, but it's like we all feel the expansiveness, but we may not be able to see, you know what I'm saying, exactly like how it looks, but it's gonna manifest. It's gonna manifest. The Empress energy, like it's abundant, like it's abundant. She, like, look at her, like everything is thriving around her. And if you check out, I guess, my poem now, like I talked about that, like, like she sits, everything around her is thriving, so like that's the energy right now. Like everything is alive. Everything, I just feel alive, So the second card or whatever I pulled was the Two of Swords, and my interpretation of that was, so swords is air, thoughts, you know, um, this person is they have them crossed or whatever with the blindfold over, so I feel like a choice has to be made, like it's like a crossroad or whatever, and so I feel like, at least personally, that's kind of like the energy I've been feeling. That's like the space I've been in, like, like it can either go this way or that way, and it's like you don't really know what that means and like what that is all the way, but it's just like you really have to go, like he's blindfolded, so it's like it's a feeling thing, you know what I'm saying? So you really just gotta, like, tap into how you feel and let that guide you right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, allow yourself to experience, Sag is all about experience, you know so yeah, so the next card I pulled is the Eight of Pentacles, and so eight represents time, putting in time, infinite. Yeah, so pretty much how I interpreted this card was, as I looked at this as like, how can I be assisted? So when I was doing my pull, I was asking myself like questions or whatever, you know, like the first thing that popped in my head pretty much, you know, it was just like, okay, this is going to be like this, da da da. So I remember when I was doing this card, I was like in the space of how can I assist myself, you know? So pretty much continue to invest in myself, you know, continue to put in the work for me, you know, period. And then and by default, everyone around me receives that, you know what I'm saying? Everyone around me receives that healing, receive that abundance, you know, and I also reference that in here as well. You know, and like I said, this is just, you know, how I was interpreting these cards. You know, I'm like, okay, continue to put in the work. And like I said, like, this is the space that I was already in, you know, so like when I do my pulls, like, I do it because I'm like, I'm aware of I'm very aware of what I go through and like, you know, just my surroundings. You know, I'm sensitive to energies and, you know, but I allow myself to be vulnerable so that I can learn, you know, and improve. But anyway, so I've already been in this space of just like, just inner work, like self work, investing in me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even on the physical level, shit, I work out. You know, shoot, I got a facial for the first time not too long ago. Shout out to Skin Scope. Follow her; she's amazing. But anyway, I've been really investing in myself. You know, um, yeah, and the pinnacles, you know, that's money or whatever. So, you know, yeah, you know, investors should, but you invest in yourself in many other ways than just spending money. That is one way you can do it. But, you know, even me doing this pool, you know, is investing in me, you know, facilitating my own clarity, you know what I'm saying? And ways to get through life or whatever. So then the next card I pulled was the Three of Swords in reverse. And so the way I interpreted this reverse card was the swords coming out, you know, like a release. Um, yeah, I really don't know how to go any more deeper than that. This was very just straightforward. Whenever I pull this card, it's very like just like straightforward. I know exactly what is I can identify the energy in my life, like exactly. So this is just, for me, this just meant like a release, you know, heart space, just letting go, you know what I'm saying? Like Jupiter and Pisces is expansive. You have to let go, you know. If you're trying to hold on to things right now, like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Not with Jupiter and Pisces, lunar eclipse in Sag, like Sun in Gemini, like everything is swift moving. Like it's not trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, like down. But a good way to establish that stability and just the sense of feeling secure is by investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Doing what makes you feel good. Doing what, you know, makes you feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you find, for me, that's how I took that message. That's how I'm going to find my groundedness throughout this. Like I said, it don't really feel like a struggle moving through this. You know, if anything, I'm more so very grateful for this energy because it's just allowing me to feel more secure in being who I am. You know, um, and I struggle with that. You know, just because it's just like, because like I said, I'm sensitive, so I'm like, am I going to be received? You know, I'm thinking about how I'm going to be received and like all of that. And like now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck who think whatever. Like I'm going to be me. You know what I'm saying? This is how I live my life. This is how I do it, you know? And I feel like everybody is feeling like that. Everybody is feeling that passion, feeling that drive. Just like, I'm finna just be who I am. Step up communicating. Like, I feel like people been just, you know what I'm saying? It's mutable energy. Everything is flowing. But anyway, and then the next card I pulled was the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands pretty much just assured me that, boom, like I'm going to manifest. You know, I'm going to see this world. You know what I'm saying? That I am putting energy in, you know, putting energy into. or whatever. It's gonna manifest, and I'm gonna be able to celebrate. You know, I check out my I guess, like I said, check out my last poem, or whatever you want to call it. And I talked about this, like, you know, they, you know what I'm saying, like, they celebrating or whatever. Wands is fire, you know, so fire is what? Passion and just drive, and you know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure you directing that energy into investing in yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's gonna manifest. Like, what I say in there, I was like, you've already been catapulted into your future self. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's how this energy feels. I mean, you know, it just feels like, you know, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just feel comfortable in that, I feel. But it can get like a bit scary because you're like, you don't see it yet, you know. So this just assured me, like, it's gonna manifest, like, it's gonna be good, like, you're gonna be good no matter what happens, even if things feel or seem chaotic. Like I said, that's Jupiter and Pisces. You know, feminine energy is chaotic, so it don't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? Is like, you know, that's why you want to have a good balance of feminine and masculine, because the masculine is the direction. You know what I'm saying? Is, you know, it can direct that energy. We all have it all, you know. But anyway, you know, make sure you manifesting something you want to see. You know, make sure you manifesting something you want to see, something that is your creation, and, you know, bada boom, bada bam. And then at the bottom of the deck, because I always do a bottom of the deck card, and at the bottom of the deck was the Chariot in reverse. You know, inner drive. Like, that's what came to me. The message was inner drive, period. Like, that's what's fueling this whole thing, you know. So I feel like, you know, it's important to just tune into that inner drive, you know, as much as you can. Like, even, you know, even when you something do trigger you, you know what I'm saying, like, take from that, you know, like, use that energy and that inner drive and put it into, you know, invest that into you, you know what I'm saying, for what you want to see manifested, for what you want to create, you know what I'm saying, for what you want to create, you know. But you gonna have to release a lot, you know. It's gonna feel like your heart gonna feel like it's breaking open, and just, you gonna feel so vulnerable, but it's okay, you know. It's okay, you know. Decisions, thoughts, I feel like thoughts may feel conflicting or like just crisscross. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just reading the energies or whatever. But, you know, tap into, oh wait, was I showing y'all the Empress? I was showing y'all the Empress. But inner drive. But tap into this feminine energy that's just reigning over the world right now. I mean, it is already, that's creation. But with this Jupiter and Pisces, like, everybody is like, you ain't got no choice but to feel it. You know, but to feel it. But, oh, and another point I wanted to make. Oh, I'm sorry. I just been talking. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Paris 0893, Ways of Warrior. What's good? What's a good way to practice visualization? I've been feeling that chaos energy. I mean, sure, I'm showing you a good way to practice visualization. Cards, you know what I'm saying? Coloring, you know, like, if you want to draw out what you're feeling, you know, like, things. This is a good time to really tap into your inner child, you know. Like, that's what I've been feeling, like, really tapped into my inner child. And, like, it's as simple as, what did you do as a child? What did you like doing as a child? You know, if you're having trouble, like, identifying, like, okay, I don't really know what I liked as a child, you can go to things like, what do kids do? Color, you know, draw how you feel, paint, you know, be creative, express yourself. Get some tarot cards, and, you know what I'm saying, and sit and ask yourself questions, and then see what come out, and whatever comes to you, you know. Like, I don't always run and Google what the card means, you know. I kind of just allow myself to feel, you know. Like, feeling for me comes pretty sometimes I hate it. I want to be one to turn off my feelings sometimes, but this is a good way for me to channel my feelings, definitely. But be free. Facts, Ways of Warrior. Be free, be vulnerable. Allow yourself. I was just telling myself that I was like, be vulnerable, allow yourself to experience. That's like the energy right now. Allow yourself to experience. I'm not saying, now I'm not saying react to everything, just, oh, do this, do that, but you go into it with good intentions. You know what I'm saying? You go into these experiences with good intentions, and you make sure you checking yourself, and you're not doing anything that got you feeling, you're not being too passive. You want to be in balance. You know what I'm saying? This does not mean just whatever, like I said, but a good way to kind of ground that, invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it external, right? Don't make it too you want to make it internal first, and then the external is just gonna form pretty much, but if you just going out, like, because you just feel, I'm just gonna go, like I said, just check in first, hit a little 5-minute meditation before you do something, or close your eyes before you respond to something. You just want to take a little extra time, right now, just with, like I said, this mutable energy, and like things moving, real swift and smooth, and you would think like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be over here, and then you wasn't supposed to be over there, so yeah, it's like it's a beautiful time, it's a beautiful time, and everything is what you make it, essentially, but I'm definitely tapping into how beautiful and just supporting this energy is right now, because it's amazing. But one last point that I wanted to bring up or whatever in my notes was, because it was like a little point in time, I was like, I'm not gonna say I was feeling like I was having a crisis, but that word came to me or whatever, because like I said, I've been doing my best with just moving through these energies and riding these waves. So I didn't let myself to go down too deep far into like feeling like I was going through a crisis. But so what I did was, I'm like, let me look up the definition of crisis, midlife crisis, because we hear about midlife crisis, and I've had a close experience with someone who felt like they was having a midlife crisis, and they even expressed that to me. Oh, thank you, Ways of Warrior. I appreciate that. I'm glowing. But yeah, she even expressed to me that she felt like she was having a midlife crisis or whatever. This person. But anyway, so the definition of a crisis is a time of intense difficulty, trouble, or danger. So if you Google it, look it up, boom, that's what they're gonna tell you. That's what it's gonna say. So I'm thinking, I'm just like, isn't it safe to say that we experience a crisis quite often? So, but what is like a midlife crisis? And I feel like pretty much it's like when you reach that point of just like, I guess from like childhood to like shit getting real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just hit a point of just like, oh shit, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's like you wake up, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like people can experience this before like the middle of their life or whatever the case may be. Some, like, these days, these children are born so freaking aware, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But I realized, I'm like, this Jupiter in Pisces, this lunar eclipse in Sag, this is almost like midlife crisis energy. Like, oh my God, I don't know. Everything I knew before is not true. Like, I feel like you could be like experiencing it or feeling like that. Like, you don't know anything, and shout out to Kill, like in his last post, because he was like, what did he say? I think he said something like, realizing when you don't know shit is the best, or something like that. Expansion. And That's what that is. Like that's you can if you just simplify midlife crisis, like you if you don't like just jump to like the worst or whatever, if you can just simplify it to just like I'm expanding, and just allow yourself to be open to just new experiences, because essentially that's what your spirit wants. Like it don't want to be in a cage, it don't want to be tied down. It wants to be, like you said, Ways of Warrior, it wants to be free. So allow yourself to be free. Like allow yourself to just in the moments, where you feel like, oh, I have to make a decision, is let go of just that. I have to make a decision and just make a decision. Like do what you want to do. Like do what you're feeling. Do what your spirit is telling you to do, because it's talking to you every day, all day, But yeah, I think that was the last point I wanted to make. I've been hearing lately that these new incoming children are much more aware and conscious. Could also be transformation. Oh, shout out Bobby Hemmett. Yes. Transformation. Yes. And I feel transformation like I don't know. Like I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm just met with transformation like all the time. Yeah, but the dude, to your point of whatever about the children or whatever being more aware and conscious, it's just the time. I feel like everyone is more aware and conscious on different levels. It's like I said, we're just at a point where it's just like no choice. Like it's just in your face. Like everything is so much information. Hello, Age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what's up? I don't know how to say your name. AINAREL 9. What's up? But yeah, I feel like everybody is more aware and conscious now. Like the children, they're just coming in as the children being in that energy. So good day. What's up, girly? Happy Sunday. I hope everybody have been doing things that express who they are, like at core, being seen, showing yourself, revealing yourself, expressing yourself in some type of way today, using that energy. It's good. I'm feeling great. How about you? I'm doing great. I've been really, like I said before, well, I don't know if you was in here, but riding these waves, man, so it feels good surfing. I'm Scorpio, sun sign. It's funny how C. Freeman talked about how your subconscious and ego won't want you to transform, but it will be painful because you are transforming to your higher self. Yeah, it's definitely, no one said it was going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole concept of breaking down to build back up something new. You can look at buildings. In order to make a whole new building, they got to tear down the previous building, so it's the same construct, you know what I'm saying? In order to make, for something else to thrive and be, and, you're going to have to, tear down some stuff, and, we already know it comes here, pain. We experience pain, toothaches, women labor, so my phone dying, but love you. Happy Sunday. Love you too, girl. Happy Sunday. Go charge your phone now. My phone always dying too. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys for now, and until next time, everybody be well. Love you.